Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana with unfortunately not very good news. Solana has lost key support now. As already indicated yesterday, my view was that we're coming down lower here after we already briefly came below key support at 178 and then $175. And I think now this is just confirmed. You know, I still had this sort of immediate bullish scenario on the chart, which I, to be honest, did not prefer because it would have indicated that we first have a little bit of a run up to around $310 to $345 or $350 before we then drop much harder. But now I think this all could go quicker, luckily, and then we could see much higher prices of around, you know, $500, $600 after we hit this lower target box. And I need to say something about that because a lot of people, you know, talk about this is my expectation for Bitcoin as well, hitting much lower prices. As you know, if you've seen my Bitcoin videos, a lot of people say this is not possible, and even if it was possible, we would hit a bear market. Now the thing is, what means bear market? Bear market for me means that we are going into a longer term corrective structure, like whatever 3-month price drop. And to be honest, with Bitcoin going down to these levels where it's probably heading now, this could take 3 months. It could do, depending on which way we go and how long it really takes in the end. Yeah, these could be 3 months. So you could call it a bear market, but I don't expect a 1 or 2 year bear market at this stage. Not what we had before, because the wave count just doesn't allow it. You know, I would personally, if we drop that much now, I think we start a new impulsive move after that. But to be honest, all Elliott waves, they don't tell us any time frame, so this could take long. I don't see it at the moment. I think it will be fast with the adoption going. People ask, oh, do you really expect Bitcoin to drop that far given all the adoption? I think adoption doesn't you know, the market makers, they make it and people react to it, and I think that's the wave now that we go down there. You know, the adoption will help though to come out of this target range down here fairly quickly. That's my view. I think, you know, we could see Q1 or end of Q1, we could see another bull run. I think we're just in a larger correction. You know, for Bitcoin, this is just what we're doing now. So yeah, I think I have to adjust this wave count here because this is going to change now. This was then no wave 3 anymore. This would have probably be the wave 5 then, which I originally had up here. So I need to come up with something different. Again, Elliott waves can take time to account and everything. This is why originally this channel didn't start with Elliott waves, but started with Cardano and then started with using some other ones, and it just works. It just is one of the best methods, especially in the crypto market, in my view, to predict further price moves, to prepare for different scenarios. Otherwise, all you have is just your indicators, your support and resistance lines, and it doesn't really give you anything other than key support and resistances that you can just come up with by fib. But the Elliott wave method is just much more complex, and it can give you much more. It can give you much more, and this is something we could all prepare for as we head on the chart. The real possibility when we were up here at near the top of wave 5, of that yellow wave 5, I told you that we're coming down into this yellow area. That was my view. Now we did come into it. It was very relevant. You know, we had ups and downs, and here we can see the price reacted very well to that fib, to these fib levels that were surrounding this yellow target area. And also someone said in the video, you know, that I would make it too complex for myself because the price comes always to the fib levels. Well, it generally does, but it's important to understand from where do you draw the fib levels. And this is what the Elliott wave method allows us to understand, because, you know, for a wave, for example, to get the price target for wave 3, you need to start at the beginning of wave 1. It's at least one way of doing it, and so on. So, and then if certain patterns here get invalidated, which they now did, yeah, we can understand that the alternative scenario is going to go live, which is this one here, where we're coming into this yellow target box. This could mean we're only hitting the key support here at 130, or we go actually down to 100, which I would find the most likely one to come to $100, because it's also that key psychological mark, or we come even down to $55, right? Which I don't think is very likely, but nothing we should exclude from the charts and the possibilities. So, you know, the Elliott waves help us understand possible price levels, which normally, under normal circumstances, people wouldn't want to see. So yeah, this is why I had, when we were going up here and we're bullish, I had this alternative on the chart, and everybody was like, impossible. But no, it is what we're heading to. Same with Chainlink, same with VeChain. We're all heading into these lower price ranges at the moment, because this scenario has just gone live with Bitcoin dropping below 53K. This is getting much more likely for key altcoins as well, as the key altcoins are losing key supports, as Solana did now, 178, 175, and as I showed you yesterday, if we lose this 111-day moving average, and then also we dropped below the descending wedge. I showed you the descending wedge yesterday, said, originally you would call it a bullish structure. Many people would do that. I'm sure if I watched other TAs for Solana, people would have said this is a descending wedge. You can expect a breakout to the upside, but understanding the bigger picture and that we lost already yesterday the 178 briefly, I said it is actually for me more likely that we're going to lose this to the downside. So we did that now. So in line with the expectation, if we're going to lose this fib here, 160, I mean, this is really the last key barrier before we get to the 130, which would be the first frame of this yellow target area. And again, in this target box, I've set buy orders throughout. Yeah, channel members can see that on Discord. People always ask, how can you access Discord? Well, Discord is for channel members. If you're at least a silver member, you get access to Discord and Telegram and a live stream per week on a Sunday. Now, this is no financial advice. I only tell you there what I'm doing. I can't give any individual mentoring. I just don't have the time for that. Otherwise, I would need to take much higher prices. It's just the day only has 24 hours. I work already like 18 hours a day. I can't do any additional stuff. But this is, generally what a channel membership is about. You support the channel, you get access to additional resources and live chats and everything, and that's what I can offer. So yeah, that's where we are, and hopefully, the community is growing. We're already nearly 200 members now, which is fantastic in just a few weeks. I'm absolutely amazed by the support. So again, thank you for every channel member, and thank you for everybody who's just watching the videos. That's perfectly fine, and this will continue to go on. It's all free content. So thanks for everybody's support. Really amazed by all support. And yeah, I think this is where we're heading now. And looking actually at the indicators, on the daily RSI, we still have scope to move further down actually before we will find key support here at the oversold range. On the daily, the MACD definitely confirms further price drops. You can see how actually this trend is actually going further up. We had the sell signal. I did mention it to you in one of the previous videos that we had a sell signal here on the MACD where we did cross the zero line and we came into the red zone. So yeah, you can expect further price drops for Solana. That's at least my view here, and we can see that also confirmed by the indicators. Find a little bit of support here on the 4-hour RSI, which is why we're not just dropping and dropping and dropping. But if you find support on one of these key levels on the RSI on the shorter term time frame, you get a short term support. Yeah, fairly long wick to the downside. That just doesn't mean anything at this stage. First of all, it's not long enough, and a long wick to the downside in a downtrend actually just means that the buyers and the sellers, in my view, weren't quite ready yet to push the price even lower. That's my view. Again, a little bit contrary to what many people say, where they say a long wick to the downside would actually be bullish. And I think this could be true in a longer downtrend, where you then at some point fall sharply and you get this as a reversal signal. But this is only the beginning, in my view, of that downtrend, or we're just in the middle of it actually. So further going into that yellow target area. That's my view on Solana. Hope you like the update. Not very good news, but maybe it is, because we can all buy back at great prices into this area. I'd be very careful with buying now. I've set all my buy orders into this yellow target area. Maybe we don't hit it, then that's it. I'm already invested. That's why I like dollar cost averaging along the way. But just in this current environment, I would wait for lower prices. Actually, across the board, I'm extremely careful with buying now. I've set a few buy orders for certain cryptos at prices which are very close to where we are now, just in case these scenarios don't become true. I have grabbed some of the cryptos at good prices now, because we always want to have a hedge. At least I want to have it, just in case we also go up, because of course nobody has a crystal ball, and this scenario could also be wrong. Everybody's making mistakes, couldn't we? So it's always important, if we believe in higher crypto prices in the long run, to maybe go and get in along the way. That's at least my view. Everybody obviously has a different strategy, and I can't tell you when to buy or when to sell. That's an individual strategy and decision. It depends on so many things, taxes as well and everything. when you got into the crypto market and so on. And of course, the earlier you got into the crypto market, the more you can tolerate if you buy at higher prices and the price then goes down because you're already in profit, which again just confirms, in my view, that just staying in there for the long run and hodling just has a lot of positive aspects as well. You know, I've got a hodl portfolio, which always is an important support and hedge. If prices go down on my trading portfolio, if I might even be in a loss at some point, then I always know I've got this hodl portfolio, which just, you know, it just leads to the situation that I'm overall in profit, you know, because this is long term. So that's just my view. Yeah, hope you liked the video about Solana. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.